What's up, everyone? It's your boy Teflon John, just sitting here thinking about how I can add value to your life. And right now, I'm just giving you a little tidbit. This video is called Under the Influence. Normally, when we hear under the influence, we think about alcoholic beverages. We thinking about drugs and narcotics. But this time, I'm talking about under the influence of people. And a lot of times, we're under the influence of whoever we're close to. You know what I'm saying? Whoever we're close to. So they all, some people say if you hang around 4 smart people, you'll be the 5th one. You hang around 4 broke people, you'll be the 5th one. So you kind of see where I'm going with this. There's nothing wrong with having close friends. There's nothing wrong with having close relationships with people. But when those relationships are toxic or hindering what you're trying to accomplish in life, if they're pulling you away from your family, if they're pulling you away from your job, if they're pulling you away from your schoolwork and goals, sometimes you got to cut it. And a lot of times we become loyal to people for the wrong reasons. You see what I'm saying? We become loyal to this person, but this person is actually a wild person. Are they changing the way people view you? They say birds of a feather flock together, and then just having conversations with people at work, and just, thinking about it. A lot of times, when you're under the influence, or when you're buzzed out or whatever from drinking or smoking, or whatever the drug may be, you're not yourself. So a lot of times when you come to, you don't remember what happened. And sometimes you could be under the influence, fellas, of a best friend of yours, keeping you away from your girl or your wife, or keeping you away from home every weekend. And it's not until that light bulb goes off, you're like, man, I haven't spent time with my family, haven't kicked it with my wife or my girl. Or even ladies, on that same token, you may have a single friend that's keeping you out, pulling you out, want to go clubbing all the time, and you're not really thinking and realizing, man, as I get closer to them, my relationship is getting severed with my husband, with my boyfriend, with my kids, with my job. And you got to look at it, even teenagers, as you develop these relationships with people, you got to think about your schoolwork, are you falling off from that? You got to think about, your chores at home. You got to think about, are you spending time with your family? Because what happens is, while you're under the influence, you don't see yourself. Because you're having a good time, you're occupying your time, and normally you try to please this person. You end up going places that you really don't want to go. You just don't want to let them down. You end up doing things that you really don't want to do because you don't want to let them down. And what happens is your character becomes altered. Your name should precede you, not follow you. When a name follows you, it's like doing something and you just can't get rid of that stench or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like somebody like, hey, when your name precedes you, it's like, hey, nice to meet you, heard a lot about you. When your name follows you, it's like, I heard a lot about you. So let's think about that. When you're hanging with these people and when you're under the influence, right? You're going to get that moment of clarity and realize what you've been doing. You got to apologize to those around you that you've been neglecting, because sometimes an untreated wound can become infected. An untreated wound can become infected. You have emotional wounds, you have physical wounds, but those emotional wounds are when you're, neglecting people, when you're neglecting your kids or your child or whatever, because you've been going out on the weekends, or you just been paying more attention to something else, or your job or work. Please get it right. But look, I want you to think about, are you under the influence? You can also be under the influence in a positive way. If somebody's pushing you to do better, spend more time with your family, push your goals, do better at work, try to get a promotion. So look, just think, I just want you to ask yourself this one question. Am I under the influence right now? And if so, is it positive or negative? Think about it. And don't forget to visit my website and support my YouTube channel also. All the links will be in this page. One love. Be blessed.